Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of Dragon House MMA. Right next to me, we have Fernando Diaz. Now, Fernando, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Where you coming from and what got you into fighting?
I come from Half Moon Bay, California, and the big thing that got me into fighting, I've been training since the age of 10, always been around it, always seen the great fighters coming out of my gym, and, I've just been itching to get in there.
Now, that's awesome. Now, the way you look, are you a cowboy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Oh, shit. The cowboy Fernando. Now, last event, happened about a month ago. Phenomenal performance. Now it's 1-0. It's undefeated amateur MMA fighter. Let's run us through a little bit of your experience fighting as an MMA fighter.
I mean, it was a great time, just being back there in the locker room, watching everyone else go through it, and then being out there myself, I've never felt more at home.
Now, you fought, who did you fight on the last event?
I cannot tell you off the top of my head, I forgot his name, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but did you win through all 3 rounds?
All 3 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, you fought a kid also making a debut in Concord area, I believe. One of the Ralph Gracie kid, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So, well, that matchup is great. You guys would kind of go back and forth. How's the experience? In the cage and the crowds and the whole 9 yards.
It felt good, hearing the crowd the whole time. You could definitely hear him when they're in the cage. I wasn't sure if I'd be one of those guys that would be able to, feel around, if I would be more zoned in, but I definitely felt myself in there. Hear the crowd, hear the support, and I felt good.
That's pretty awesome. So, you born and raised in Half Moon Bay?
Yes, sir.
You're the native, born and raised Half Moon Bay cowboy.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty awesome. Now, let's talk a little bit about your upcoming fight. You are facing another undefeated record fighter. It's 2-0 Joshua Schultz. And I think you guys fought on the same card on the last event. He fought like a few fights before you. Did you have a chance to watch his fight?
I didn't get a chance to watch. I was up in the locker room, just getting ready, basically.
Right. You was tunnel vision focused yourself. Now, on this upcoming fight, did you watch his fight?
I did watch his fight, yeah.
What do you think of him?
I think he's good. He's got good standing. He made pretty good work. Made pretty quick work of that other guy that he fought. But and it looks like an interesting fight, an exciting fight.
Now, how do you prepare for him? I know he's more like a grappler. You guys have a similar physique, same height, similar length. How do you prepare for him?
I mean, I just look at it the same way I looked at the last guy. The other guy was a little bit bigger, right? Nothing wrong with preparing for a little bit of a bigger guy, but I definitely have my confidence in my grappling and my wrestling. So now still working on my striking a little bit, still getting it up there, but just improving all around and making sure I'm good where I'm great.
What do you see yourself having a advantage on Joshua Schultz?
I mean, I still think I have a great grappling advantage. I'm doing it for 10 years of my life. I'm in and out. I'm all around it. There's nothing really I can say much more than that.
So you recently got promoted to a purple belt, right?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
I got the stars to prove it.
Shoot! That was like last week or something.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And now you, I think you motivated your brother and a couple other teammates want to get on the card too.
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to get somebody, any 185er out there, want to find a debut fighter, DM me on Instagram. I got 170, 185, looking for the dance, making a debut. So DM me if anybody watch this interview. Now, if people want to get a hold of you to buy a ticket, come watching you fight Fernando, how can people contact you?
You can contact me on Instagram at HNB_Nando.
That's pretty awesome. Now, any special loved one, training partners, supporters that you want to shout out to?
I obviously want to give my shout out to all the other fighters I'm going to be having on this card. Juan, Marcos, Gavin, Moises. Always show up for their fights too. Hit them up for tickets as well. All my sponsors and Raul especially have been guiding me throughout this great journey.
Now, Raul, time to time, all the fighters from Raul's gym is always start off an amateur on my event 10 years ago, and now they're pro, and then some of them is a superstar. The Bellator promotions is crazy. They're watching how many amateur fighters that I fought on my platform like over a decade ago. Now those guys become the OG of the sport. Now the next generation coming from Raul Castillo's academy, so it's pretty awesome from Half Moon Bay. If your opponent, Joshua Schultz, watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
I mean, just what I said last time, make sure we show up and then, we're going to have a great fight.
What do you think the outcome is going to look like?
I still look around for some more experience. Maybe I'll go to distance. If not, if I see a situation where I can finish the fight early, I'll take it. But, I'm just sitting here trying to enjoy every minute of it.
That's pretty awesome. Now, this fight, it's a 145-pound fight. What do you walk around weight right now?
I'm still just walking around like 155, not too much of a cut, just feeling good at 145.
In the future, is there any possibility you're moving down to 35 or stay at 145?
I might, I'm still kind of a little bit of a smaller guy. I might try to put on some muscle so I can be more of a filled out 145er, but, you never know where it looks.
Well, you're also hitting the age, you're 20 years old now, right?
Yes, sir.
And that age where you start filling up a little bit, that's a good possibility. You might stay in the 145, just get a little bit bigger,
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Any of the 145er fighters that caught your eye, something that you want to fight?
There's definitely been a few that I've seen, watching other promotions, watching the ones that obviously coming out of Dragon House, but realistically, I'm just looking at fighting anybody right now. If you give me your name, I'm sure I'll be ready to take you on.
Love this confidence. Love the positive feedback. So for more information about this upcoming fight card, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. It's about 20 fights on the card, 12 amateurs, 8 professionals. So making sure you guys stay tuned. And we also have another huge grappling, submission only grappling, November 19th at the Dragon House training facility. Making sure you guys stay tuned. Register grapplings on DragonHouseMMA.com. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Show me some love and support, hopefully, and then we'll keep doing what we do. Produce all the great events for all the MMA fight fans. Come enjoy it. All the fighters have a good platform, work their way up, get the experience, get to the top of the promotion. So, who is your UFC fighter, favorite UFC fighter again?
I have to make this clear. Last time I was not thinking clearly and I said Michael Chandler, but after the long consideration, it has to be Charles Oliveira. I completely forgot him for some reason, but the Jiu-Jitsu boys, I have to stay and represent.
What do you think of Charles Oliveira's number 2 go with Islam Makhachev?
I think it'll be a little bit more of a better fight. Last time it didn't really look like Charles in there, and I think this time he's coming with a vengeance. He's got something to fight for, and I think it'll be way better.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him too. Hopefully Charles can pull this off. I know he's underdog now.
Yeah.
Big time underdog, so it's kind of like a Sean Strickland. Nobody really paid attention until he capitalized it. That was a crazy moment, Well, for more info, making sure you guys check out DragonHouseMMA.com. We have Fernando, the up-and-comer, Half Moon Bay Cowboy Diaz. They're coming for another W, going for 2-0, so stay tuned. And any last word you want to say to anyone out there, families, anybody?
Just come up, show up to my fight, and you'll see some magic happen.
That's awesome. November 11th at the heart of San Francisco, Keysar Pavilion. And then the next event is March 16th of 2024. We're going back to Cow Palace. Making sure you can stay tuned. I'm Zhong, signing out. Follow me on Instagram and have a good night. See you guys November 11th. Good to have you on board, brother.
Yeah, you too.